you find me at the Isle of Wight County Show. So here we are, pretty much set up in good time. We've not got the gates opening for quite some time yet, so we are ready. Here is the end result of all of that packaging. The honey that we got off with Henry is now in jars, labelled up. So here's our jar design. So Kate did this, of course. She rolls her eyes when I say if it's pretty, Kate did it, but it is true. So Kate is actually unavailable because she's actually secretary for this whole show. So I've got Mum helping. Say hello, Mum.
Hello.
And but yes, so I've had to get, I don't know whether you've noticed with my notes on the Hive, it isn't just chalk pens I'm illiterate with, so I've had to get Mum to write on this. But here is our setup. This is pretty much our standard setup for shows like this. So we've got jars for tasting. Now, these are actually just, obviously you never get the exact amount to fill up a jar, so this is the end of each run here. So when I got to the end of St Helens, I had that much left over, so that goes in our taster jar like that. So that's for the Great British public to try out the different tastes between them. Now honestly, you can discern a taste between them as long as you have a honey palate. So some people just can't taste past the sugar, and that makes me really sad. I feel that that's a terrible disability for people like that. Mum has this problem, and she gets really cross when I start doing my tasting notes about the different ones. So we've got, this is the Ride one that appeared in the video with Henry. Oh my goodness, here is Wroxall, where I don't think I've actually done much filming, and here is St Helens. So where I do a good amount of filming, and by the time this goes up, that's where that terrible swarm that was a real saga was, which I think has gone live on YouTube today. And so other products as well. We've got our little candles in tins here, which are surprisingly difficult to open one-handed. Stand by. So there they are. That's just nothing but wax from our bees in a tin. Kate has done these very beautiful greetings cards based on photos that she's done for Instagram here, and they're very lovely. A little opportunity to upsell when somebody's got their wallet open. And we have marketing for our experience days as well, which this kind of event is when you really get an awful lot of interest in beekeeping. So I'll be behind here, and it's a little bit of a challenge having to juggle people coming who want to buy and people who come to want to ask you questions about bees. And so actually a big part of the YouTube channel is the opportunity to direct people in these instances when we get really busy in the middle of the day, when someone comes with questions, to say, well, actually have a look at the YouTube channel. That just allows me to kind of put them to one side, so that I'm not handling them while someone else is peering over their shoulder with cash in their hand. And so yes, so I will update with videos through the day and then round off when we finish. Now we've actually got less honey than last year, and I sold out with about half an hour to go last year. Now if we do well this year, I've got a couple of contingencies for other products we can sell, but actually there's worse things to do than sell out before the end of the day, because there's loads of good stuff to go and look out. When you do shows like this, you're tied to behind your stall, and you can't go and look at other cool things. And so if we do sell out, I'll probably actually go out and enjoy the rest of the show. But yes, so I will update as we go through the day. Okay, we are mid-morning, I hope you can hear me, and it is all going on, and we have shifted a good amount of honey. We've had a lot of people tasting. It's been really enjoyable. It's actually, I've only had to remind myself, I'd not even tasted these today, so it is really interesting. It's probably the biggest breadth of flavour we've had at one of these events. The St Helens is particularly fruity because it's a lot of the apple blossom still in that because it's the spring honey, and so it's got a real zing to it. The Roxall is nice and smooth and caramelly. It's got a lot of hawthorn in it. And the Ride is nice and sweet because that's where you've got the allotments by Ride that you've probably seen in the videos. It's got an awful lot of pea and bean blossom in, so that's a really nice light, sweet flavour in there. And as you can see, it is shifting well, and we're also getting an awful lot of people interested. As ever, as I said earlier in these events, people are asking us a lot of questions about bees, and we've had some really good technical questions as well, which I always enjoy. I love the interesting questions over the does it hurt when you get stung and how many hives have you got. We've hardly had any of that. We've had really intelligent, insightful questions, which has been fantastic. So yes, I will check back in later, but it's going great so far. The setup is hard, the prep work is hard, but I actually always enjoy the event because I like to talk about bees. Okay, it's a bit loud, so I'm going to try and talk with my mouth right by the microphone. I hope that this comes through. So we are really low now. That looks amazing. So yes, we are very, very low now. We've sold out completely of the St Helens. I've just got a couple put aside for someone who pre-ordered some. So I've taken the taster jar right away, but we were nearly completely out of that as well. And we've still got 4 hours to go, but I think my ambition of selling out early and being able to go and enjoy the show is possibly going to come true here. So yeah, it's going well. All right, all done. It all got a bit hectic in a little bit. Then we sold all the honey, and the world's easiest pack up because we sold everything. Would have been nice to have had more to sell. I think we could have sold more, but that's production side issues, and just that this event is just not quite at the right time in the season. But really, selling for us is not the issue. It's about the supply side. We have to just increase the amount that we can produce because that's what will do it for us. So day is over. I think I'm going to celebrate with a pizza. So I hope that video has been interesting and informative, a little bit different again. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.